Hello, everybody. So, in this video, we would be talking about G.B. Shaw's play Pygmalion. Now, this is one of Shaw's most beloved and popular plays. So, this is one play that has been largely celebrated over the years. And the title comes from the myth of Pygmalion, and this myth has been borrowed from Ovid's Metamorphoses. Now, a brief outline of the plot. Basically, you have characters Eliza Doolittle, who is a flower girl, Cockney flower girl, and then Alfred Doolittle, who is Eliza's father, Henry Higgins, an expert in phonetics, and then you have Frederick Ainsford Hill, who is an upper class young man, and Miss Clara Ainsford Hill, who is Frederick's sister, Nepomuk, who is Higgins' first pupil, and Colonel Pickering, who is another phonics expert. So basically, when we talk about the plot, it is about how a phonetician, who is Henry Higgins, he actually tries to do this sort of a social experiment wherein he attempts to make a lady who is an uneducated Cockney flower girl to speak. Yeah, so we look at it when we look at the plot in detail. Now, Henry Higgins and Colonel Pickering, they both meet each other. Both of them are phoneticians, like I told at the beginning. Higgins boasts that he can pass an uneducated girl into an elite company. And Lisa, who is a Cockney flower girl, is chosen to do the job. They think he will train her and make her get a job. And Lisa, or Eliza Doolittle, who is Lisa, she comes to Higgins for training to speak good English. And Doolittle takes money from Higgins to let her daughter go and attend the classes. Means Alfred Doolittle takes money from Higgins. And he says only if he gives money, she would be able to attend his classes. And Higgins also agrees and gives money to Alfred Doolittle to send his daughter to the English class. Now, Higgins brings Lisa into the company of her mother's guest after training. So that's what he is planning. He plans and he thinks that he would bring Lisa into the company of her mother's guest after training. Lisa convinces them with her perfect pronunciation and tone. So once the class is done, she takes up the test and she convinces them with her flawless pronunciation and tone. But Lisa confuses the guest with many of her topics of conversation and peculiar turn of phrases. And Higgins becomes victorious simply because she talks in terms that are not understandable, just because the people judging or the jury could not understand her way of speaking. They actually pass her through the test. And therefore, Higgins becomes victorious when he outwits guests at an embassy party in London by making them believe that Lisa is to be of noble birth. They actually confirm, or they are made to believe that Lisa is somebody who comes from a noble aristocratic family. And Lisa actually is very, very frustrated because now that everybody thinks that she is a person of a noble birth, she is frustrated with her present situation as she can't go and sell flowers, and she sees no future in what she's doing right now. And Lisa quarrels with Higgins and she is very, very furious. And looking at this, everybody, or in fact, Frederick, who is an upper class young man, he is infuriated by what Elisa does. And Alfred Doolittle comes, who is, I mean, again, Eliza Doolittle's dad. He comes to Higgins and accuses him of having put them in such a very, very miserable position. And Lisa says that the difference between a lady and a flower girl is not how she behaves, but how she is treated. And Eliza declares that she will marry Frederick and support himself support herself by teaching phonetics. So she's learned it so well that she is herself now become a phonetics teacher. Now, a quick run through the characters. Eliza is a Cockney flower girl who is probably in her 18 or she's 20 years old, probably. We don't know exactly. She is street smart, we could say, and very, very energetic. She is uneducated by the set standards, we could say. But as Higgins starts to train her, we see that she is a very, very quick learner. Yeah, and she passes into the Duchess society very, very easily. And she's shocked to see that Higgins has actually ditched her after the experiment, and she learns that it was an experiment, and that is very disappointing to Eliza. Now, Higgins is actually a phonetic expert. He is the author of Higgins's Universal Alphabet, and he's energetic and he's the scientific type. He's more of a logical sort of a person. He is careless about himself and also, of course, about other people's feelings because he does not bother about Eliza. Uh, he does not care for Eliza. He does not care to see what happened to her after the experiment. So he just used her for the sake of the experiment and then he just throws her away. So that sort of a person he is. He's a scientific type, we could say. Now, looking at the common themes, one theme is appearance and reality, the contrast between appearance and reality. The next is beauty, change, and transformation. The next thing is identity, how language is uh, a tool using which you could syncretize your position in the society. And we also look at wealth and poverty as other themes of this particular work as well. Now, this is Pygmalion by G.B. Shaw. G.B. Shaw basically, we will look at few other plays as well. His period, I forgot to mention at the beginning, is 1856 to 1950. And I would want you to keep guessing the year in which he received the Nobel Prize. So he is the only person who is said to have received both the Nobel Prize and the Oscar. Now, I want you to give me the years. I will probably meet in the next video with the answers. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for watching.